Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Field of Glory 2. Now, today I'm going to be playing the new DLC here, and that is Wolves at the Gate. Now, Wolves at the Gate is actually rather intriguing in the fact that it does actually expand the game onto the Dark Ages. So we have 19 new factions, 55 new units. There are now 6 preset battles for a strategy trial, which is pretty awesome. And there's actually a new addition to the game in the fact that you can actually have allied armies within, well, with your own army during battles, which is rather intriguing. So that's going to be kind of cool. I've not had a chance to use that feature, as I'm going to actually go ahead and play the campaign here today. I'm going to be playing the campaign of Charlemagne, Charles the Great, which is going to be rather intriguing. Yep, here we go. Charles. Over here, then. Charlemagne. I really do like this sort of time period as well. Like, love it. Like, I mean, this is like, what, late antiquity to early medieval, so really interesting time here. Okay. In 751, Pepin the Short was crowned King of the Franks, the first king of the Carolingian dynasty. In 759, he drove the Arabs out of southern France and annexed Aquitaine. So obviously that would be the Battle of Tours, one of the most famous examples there. In 768, he died and was succeeded by his son Charles, Charlemagne, and Carloman. Carloman died suddenly in 771, leaving Charlemagne as the sole king. During his reign, which lasted 46 years, very long reign there really, he conquered the Lombard kingdom in northern Italy. I mean, for this sort of level of stability as well was pretty impressive. He conquered the Lombard kingdom in northern Italy, Saxony, Bavaria, and Carinthia. In 778, he conquered a strip of northern Spain, but failed to conquer the rest of the Iberian Peninsula from the Muslims. Now imagine how history could potentially have changed here had this actually been a success. There's so much in history here that is just, yeah, if one thing was different, everything would be different. Beyond the eastern frontiers of his empire, he forced the Avars and various Slavic peoples to accept vassal status. In 800 AD, he was crowned Emperor of the Romans by Pope Leo III. Now we're going to be playing ahead, and we're going to go on static as we're on here, and we're going to play with the Emperor level of difficulty, so that is, that's going to be quite a challenge there. So, let's see what we can do here onto Charlemagne. Now then, in 772 AD, you begin a series of wars with your northeastern neighbours, the Saxons, which will last 32 years before the final suppression of the last Saxon revolts. The Saxons are divided to four realms. Oh, getting tongue-tied here. The casus belli for the first war is the sacking and burning of the church in Deventer, in the modern Netherlands, by a Saxon raid. You have led your army into the Saxon kingdom of Engria, where their army has offered us battle. And we shall give battle where it is offered. So, Saxons, I can imagine there's going to be quite a heavy focus on, obviously, infantry, massed amounts of spearmen, I'd imagine. I don't imagine the Saxons will have much in the way of cavalry. But of course, we'll take a look at this then. So we have the Frankish here, from 751 AD to 887 AD, versus the Continental Saxons, so 600 AD to 804 AD. Okay. So our objectives here: rout the enemy. Rout at least 40% of their troops and 25% more than you have lost, or rout in 60% of their troops. As we have 23 turns here to bring about victory, let's go ahead and take a look at this then. So, ooh. Now this is actually quite the interesting map here. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this is actually really intriguing. So what do we have here then? So down the actual center here of the map, we do have a track. So this is between some sort, yeah, these are like hills over here. So 50, yeah, okay. These are fairly interesting hills. This is a very interesting position here. Now, yeah, there's a very tall position there, very, depression here. Ooh, wow, look at the size of that. 300, bloody hell. That's a very commanding position there. No, height is 100, height is 100. There's a lot of rough ground here. The ground is more so open in this area. There's not much for us to play with here. Now, see, I'm going to be favouring a heavy use cavalry, but I've got to make sure I can actually use that cavalry. So, it might be Right, it might be that we actually have our infantry hold onto this right-hand flank. So we're going to say this is our right flank, this is our left flank. There's not much in the way of space for me to actually hide any infantry. But then again, if we take a look at this, so as to hold this sort of hill, I could use my infantry here. There's a lot of rough ground as well, which would be quite good, and not very advantageous for our own cavalry. I can have the cavalry deploy over here in these forests, conceal their position. Yeah, I could potentially hold this flank. I've got to hold this flank here. Really hold this. Can't allow the enemy to get around me on my left-hand flank. And then have the cavalry come in from the right and sweep them up on the hill. Of course, it's going to be difficult trying to get to the hill, but if we can take their forces out that aren't there or in a disadvantageous position, would be good to go. Okay, so we're going to sort our troops here by quality. So I do have dismounted armoured lancers. I have armoured lancers, armoured cavalry. So quality here is superior. Notice this is undrilled heavy foot and rough ground here. Yeah, disorders mounted elephants, heavy foot. Severely disorders cataphracts. Okay. Do I have a light infantry? Undrilled heavy foot there, with the dismounted lancers. Cavalry, light spear swordsmen. Light javelin horse. We do have shield wall there, heavy infantry. Right, light foot. Masked archers, bowmen. Average unprotected. So it seems as if this unit has some sort of melee capabilities, it seems. Yeah, light foot skirmishers with bow. Masked unarmored foot archers. So there are more archers here. Okay, that's something that we'll have to bear in mind then. Javelin men. And then, hastily raised, poorly equipped levies. So it's a mob. Untrained, unprotected. Yeah, not exactly anything we'd want to be using. Okay, I could have a lot of cavalry here. What do we have on the field then? Lancers. Shield wall over here, I'll just move them here for the time being. Yeah, so I'm going to have to try to deploy over here as best as I can. I mean, what I potentially do then is, due to that, I can't really deploy over here as I wish to. I could potentially... It might be that we take position on this central hill here. It would mean that I could have my... Yeah, I think this is where we're going to have to play this. We could try and hold this, really. The enemy's going to stick to flankers, which they're going to be able to do so, considering that they'll more than likely have more numbers. But yeah, I think that's going to be our way forward there. We're not going to have them all the way along here, but... It's a difficult one. I want to concentrate, I suppose. I think I might actually deploy over in this area. The reason being, we have a lot of advantageous terrain for our actual infantry, which is pretty handy. There's terrain over here that would actually disorder enemy troops as well. Yeah, disorders mounted elephants and heavy foot, severely disorders cataphracts, heavy chariots, and scythe chariots. So it's hard to say no to that. I can actually have my infantry deployed here. They'd have this rough ground to actually disorder the enemy. Yeah, disorders heavy foot too. Fantastic. So yeah, we'll deploy this area here then. So, lancers, armoured lancers, lancers. Okay. So I'll have the lancers here. I potentially have some cavalry hidden over here, which would be quite handy. But I'm going to have my armoured lancers. I think I'm going to go with... Yeah, so it's about 4 points in difference between, like... Well, actually, this is armoured cavalry, okay. Dismounted spearmen. Dismounted armoured lancers. We have dismounted lancers, lancers. I'm going to go with more armoured lancers. I think we need the charge. I think the charge has got to be the thing that takes us through this. So, I do have some additional lancers here. And they can dismount, it seems. How many is in a unit? 237. Dismounted lancers is 480, yeah, so it's about half the strength there. But I don't really want to have cavalry over here, do I? Okay, I'm going to have to go cavalry heavy on one flank here. In fact, I might get rid of the actual... I think that's the... Yeah, it looks like I have 2 units at the start here, no matter what. Okay. Deploy them in here. Lancers again. I mean, this is it. I think what I'll do here then is have armored lancers. I mean, these dismounted armored lancers are very expensive. But I can imagine they're very good. I mean, they're superior armored offensive spearmen. Dismounted lancers are above average. Protected. Shield wall. Undrilled heavy foot, unmaneuverable, average. Okay. I think what we need to do here then is have... So they're offensive spearmen. These are offensive spearmen as well. May include some archers, that's interesting. I suppose it comes down to, what do I really want? Do I want to put more into the cavalry? Which I think I would like to. I'll pick up another 2 units of armoured lancers. Or perhaps drop one of these lancers. Alright, drop them. Pick up another unit of lancers. Well, armoured lancers, there we go. So I've got lancers, armoured lancers, blah, 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 blah. All of those, okay. So that's a big solid block of actual cavalry there. So we'll see what we can afford then. So I'm going to pick up a good few units of shield wall. Now... Dismounted armoured lancers. Okay, pick up some massed archers. Light archers, of course. Yeah, that puts our points cost down. I think what we're going to have to do then is drop a unit of armoured lancers. Drop a unit of lancers. Because I'm going to have some infantry here. Okay. So we could actually advance up to this position here. So what I'll do then is place the armoured lancers there. This unit of armoured lancers here. Oops. Okay. Shield wall there on the flanks. And centre, of course, as well. I'll avoid moving through the rough ground. I don't want to disorder them. I'll have the archers ready to move up. See, massed archers could be very handy here. The light archers... Oh, they actually do have more, well, deployment capability, so that's good. Yeah, make sure we take advantage of the rough terrain. Light javelin men as well. Have them on the flank. Or potentially actually have them there. Yeah, if I could advance up to this position here, force the enemy to actually go into this depression, that would be good. So that leaves me with 81 points here. So I've got 6 units of cavalry. It might come down to us... let's see, how many... Right, I could pick up 1 unit of dismounted lancers. I could pick up 2 units of shield wall. I mean, this is that. I could actually pick up a unit of dismounted armoured lancers. Though... I mean, perhaps I go heavier on the cavalry. It's hard to say, really. Hard to say. And the terrain here is rather fickle. I think it might be that we have to... I don't know, I'm going to go with quality over quantity. So if I went with dismounted lancers, it does leave me 33 points there. I could pick up some light javelin horse. I could pick up light javelin horse. About it, really. But then again... It might be worth it just to go for another 2 units of shield wall, to be honest. Yeah, we'll go for another 2 units. Oops, I've actually got rid of some there by mistake. I think the reason for that is, well, going for this additional shield wall infantry, is it means that we have the capability to cover our flanks to a degree that normally we wouldn't have. So it's not potentially the best deployment here. I mean, the infantry is deployed over here with the skirmishers. Also, the cavalry's over here, hidden for the most part, I do hope. So we'll accept battle like this, then. So we can add 2 generals here. Now, I think what we need to do here, then, is actually add... Ooh, name the unit. Okay. There we go, name some of these units. Yeah, if you guys want to actually have a unit named after you, do comment down below, actually. Could be kind of cool. I wonder if they actually do stick on, because that'd be awesome if they did. Manoric. And Charlemagne, our commander-in-chief over here. Though. Okay, can't move him elsewhere. So we'll call him, yeah, Hammer of the Saxons. That works out pretty damn cool. Okay, there's no real other elite units to give anything to. So what I'll do is actually give it to some more armoured lancers. And Silla. Yeah, so we do have the option to dismount with these armoured lancers, so they're still very good troops. And we have Lutfrid, son of Cunimund. Okay. That's good then. And we'll end our turn. And so begins the battle. There's a lot of infantry there. There's a lot of infantry. They have deployed more so, it seems, to this right-hand flank. So if we take a look at this, and what are we looking at here? Shield wall. Herdsman. Or herdsman. These are actually good troops as well. Superior protected, yeah. These are pretty tough troops. Shield wall. Shield wall. Raw shield wall over here. Shield wall, shield wall. Skirmishers. Okay, so this is their weakness over here. It's a shame that this raw wasn't over on this side. But the good news is what we're going to hope to happen here then is that the enemy actually does try to advance on us over this way. What I need to do here then... Let's see. I'm going to take that position there first and foremost. Right. Move up. If I can take command of that hill quickly, that would be good. I don't think it's going to be possible, but we'll see what we can do with it. Now, I've got to deploy in the best way possible here. So, Charles's own. I think I'll have them deployed here in this position. Then again, actually, I'm going to rescind that movement. I'll have them deploy here. This man can move up. Move up into this position. I don't want to be disordered, so I'm going to have that unit there. Okay, Charles can move here. Move up there. You can move up over there. Right, I'm going to keep that unit of massed archers. I don't know, do I have them hidden, or do I actually get them out there? Probably better to actually get them out there, isn't it? I'd say so. We'll get them out there. Cavalry remains as they are. Let the enemy advance on us. At least, I mean, this is it. I can't gain full use of the hill here. So obviously I wasn't able to deploy as far forward. Okay. And yeah, that line of skirmishes is going to be difficult to deal with. I'll have to do my best with it. No range. I suppose we just have to concentrate fire on one unit. Javelin men are probably the best unit to go for. Yeah, I'm disrupted. Fantastic result there. Yeah, if I can get into position there. Not in range as of yet, but they'll probably retreat back. It might have been potentially better to have them there, but we'll have... In fact, I'll deploy to that position there. So they'll shift up the hill, try and take advantage of that. Keep the cavalry in reserve. Right, move up and around. I don't know. I don't know if we can win this battle, but I think it'll be a rather interesting one to fight. I think it's all about that cavalry, but we are quite outnumbered. Okay, javelin men haven't yet been attacked, which is good. I was going to cause damage when I can. Yep, and as we are sort of predicted here and hoped for, they are going to push up on this flank over here. What I want them to do is actually engage into the battle. So I could potentially get behind their flank. Which is what we want there. We're going to sort of time it. We can't do it too late, we can't do it too early. Yeah, got to focus on that unit there that's disrupted. Yeah, try and break them if I can. Okay. Shoot. It's going to cause some good casualties there. They do hold firm. Right. I wouldn't win that, so I'm going to shoot... Well, actually, no. What I need to do here is just put all my focus onto that one unit. Held firm. Fragmented. Okay, that unit is... Yeah, it's not looking good. Okay. In fact, I'm going to pull back. Then I can turn around and throw their javelins here. This is it. I want them to come up the hill here into the rough ground where I can actually like get a good bit of damage on them, ideally. Continue here. So they've all fired, you've turned around. But the good news is we have nearly broken, well, we've fragmented one of their units there. So that's good news. Yep, they're moving into the depression there just as we wanted. And they're moving up in a very disorganized fashion as well, which is fantastic. And looks like I'll be able to use the javelin quite effectively there. Yeah, pushing up on the right-hand... well, this being the right-hand side, they're pushing up on the right-hand side there quite aggressively. Okay. Yeah, that unit's retreating, they're charging, they've evaded, that's good news. I could potentially charge that unit now. With the actual shield wall. Possibly. Okay. I'm good to go. Yep, they do evade. Wow, they do charge quite far forward there, not gonna lie. Those men are trying to get out, aren't they? I've got to keep up the fire on them. No great chance to win that. Yeah, put some fire into them. So I could turn and fire at them. But I think what I'm going to do... well, this is it. I could try and get the shots in now. But I think I need to try and deal with his skirmishers here if I can. Regret that unit moving up so far, but hey. Right, put another shot into them. Not much in the way of damage. Yeah, see, I need to leave myself room here. If I move there, at least I can actually get a shot in. They'll evade out of there. Okay, still not yet time. Right, want you to move down there, then oppose this. These guys turn. Well, not so much that way. That way. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I need to try and just demolish this offensive shield wall in there. Continue the turn. Oh, that's very interesting then. Okay. Alderic. These men aren't in a good position, but these are tough, tough sons of bitches. At least I do have superior quality. I could potentially even charge these units as well. Yeah, it's a lot of raw shield there too. But the thing is, it's irrelevant for the most part, because if they can't get into combat, they're not doing it any good either. Alright, that unit's retreating. Okay. I regret charging them. Right, now this is what I want to see here. They do have a general over here, so we'll see what happens with that one. But they are turning their flank. Maybe I have... well, hard to say, really. And then I turn you there, okay. Yeah, they've got to turn to face me. So get those shots in. Right. I think focus on this unit with 2. And this is it. I mean, do I charge this? I think I'll go for it. They evade. Maybe I could get a charge on them. I don't. Okay. Open fire on them. Open fire there. They held firm. Yeah, I mean, this is it. The issue is those shield wall troops are out of position, but maybe that'll distract the enemy. Yeah, that's not good odds. Turn to face them. We'll see what happens here. I want to find them on the advantage. Wait a bit longer. I don't know. Right, they charge in, okay. Yeah. Ooh, that is not good. Okay, now I can get a counter charge there. Ooh, that really backfired on the enemy force there. That's really good.